recording. Okay, so yesterday assignment. So I have given the assignment opportunity. On the opportunity, I wanted to show the product details, right? Product, partner, competitors information. Okay. So let me tell you one thing here. On the page layout, whatever you see this name, this is not the actual name of the object. What I mean, it's not an actual name. Let me go to the edit layout. Settings. It shows here products, right? But when I go back to the actual page, opportunity page, you will see products, and in the bracket you will see standard, right? But these are not the actual name. If you have any question, what is the name of this object? How can I find this object details? Click on this, open in the next page so that you will see this information. You are opening the product, but as soon as you click on the record, it is redirecting to opportunities. But you are actually clicking on the products. So what does that mean? It's not a product object related field, right? It's a opportunity. It's a opportunity product details, right? If you want more information about this object, click on this icon, click on view fields. Check the fields. What are the fields that are there? List price, right? Here I have a list price. Where is this? These are in the opportunity products. Now, opportunity products. How to get the opportunities product? Do I have a opportunity product object? How to identify that? Click on this file, open. Okay, here you will see objects. Now your question is opportunity product. Now these all are opportunity, right? So I have a opportunity change, competitor, contact, related, line item, partner, share, stage, everything is there. The one which we are looking product is nothing but an opportunity line item. I can click on this, open, see here. I can see list price, unit price. The same fields I can see, list price, quantity, and sales price. Where is the sales price? Right? So if I try to run this, it will work for me. Okay, so in order to display the product information, how can I display using the related list item? Right? Yesterday we were seeing the related list item. In related list, I wanted to show the product information here. Let me create a new page. New Visualforce page. Opportunity. Line item. Right? Click on OK. So in the page, I do not want to see the show header. Should be false. And then I have a header. Sidebar equal to false. Then I have, let me put the standard controller. Standard controller equal to opportunity. Standard controller equal to opportunity. So inside this opportunity, what I want the related list, right? So let me copy this, whatever we did yesterday. Paste it, but I do not need all of this. Where is the related list? Here it is, the related list. Apex page block inside the page block section. Okay. Related details. I just wanted to show the product information. What I'm planning to show this product information. If I give here product, it doesn't work. If I give products, it doesn't work because this record whatever inside the opportunity. Let me take snipping. Okay. So now this part, whatever we see this part is not a product information. It is a opportunity line item. These all are opportunity line item details. You should be aware of this because you are already done with the admin thing. This is a opportunity line items. How can I say opportunity line item? I can click on this, right? I can open the record. When I open the record, it is opening in the opportunities. And if I go and check the fields, I can see that these are the opportunity product fields. When it says opportunity product fields is nothing but opportunity line items. And same thing I could see here when I open the file, open, and these are the opportunity line items. Right? If I click on this ID, quantity, total, price, query. So this is coming as an opportunity line item. Now simply take that. So in order to display the related list, it always has to be plural. That means end with S. The object name is opportunity line item. Okay. If I wanted to show the related list, I have to give the plural name, which is nothing but a opportunity line items. Let's save this, right? Preview. Okay, here is the thing. If I give this record, it won't work. It will not work. It will say this is the error. Because the ID which I am passing is the incorrect ID. Why it is incorrect ID? Because my standard controller is talking about opportunity. It is not talking about the opportunity product details. So go back to the opportunity. Go back to the opportunity and give this opportunity ID. If I give this opportunity ID, see here it is displaying. Same thing, product, standard, everything I could see. Clear? So it's always good to do the R&D. If you are not getting the records, or if you are not able to see the record expected output, if you are not able to see, do the R&D. Do not focus on like it's not coming. Check everything. Like if you give this particular ID, it won't come because you are giving the incorrect ID. Here, if I pass the opportunity product ID, it will say that this ID is not supported or not valid for the opportunity standard controller. Because the ID which we are passing is incorrect ID. The ID which we have to pass it is opportunity ID. If I pass the opportunity ID, then it will give me the related list the way it is there in the opportunity product standard. This is what it is there, right? This is the same thing. That's the same thing we could see here, right? Product, standard, standard, action, products, everything is same, right? So that's how you have to display. So do the R&D, like partner is also same thing. So try to see which object is that. So give the correct object information in the related list. When I say correct object information, like instead of opportunity line items, if I give something A, B, C, D here, because this is the name I could see, because this is the name I could see on the opportunity. Maybe here something ABCD is there. But the same name, if I give it here, it won't work. It will not, because system does not understand which object details you are giving here. Okay. So when you give the product information, here it shows the product information, but this is not actually a product, right? This is an opportunity line item. If you still have a question, go to the setup. Go to the setup, schema builder. Are you aware of the schema builder? Go to schema builder. Okay, clear everything. What I need, all of them related to opportunity, opportunity product, contact role, and then I need a product like a price book, order product, price book entry, product. That's all. Okay, done. Now let me reduce this. Where is my opportunity? My opportunity is here. Let me increase it more. My opportunity is here. Okay. Where is the product? Product is here. Does it link my opportunity product? It doesn't. There is no direct relationship between the opportunity and product. The relationship is there, but in between that I have a junction object which is called as a opportunity product. When I say opportunity product is nothing but opportunity line item. These are opportunity.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Can you hear me now?
It is lagging. Actually, it's coming like a little lag.
Just a second. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay. So here in the opportunity, it says that products, right? So when you do not see the output, just check the schema builder. What is the relation between the opportunity and product? Does it has a direct relationship, or does it has any master lookup relationship, or does it have any junction object which is sitting in between this, right? This is not a product object. What is this? This is a opportunity product. When we say opportunity product is nothing but opportunity line item, right? And same thing, we have a price book entry. So product is connected to the price book entry, product, opportunity product. So first try to understand the relationship and then try to find which object, then go ahead with the code. Because if we do not know what is the object name, it will be difficult to get the output, exact output. So I hope almost everybody done the assignment. Is anybody has any questions? Yesterday's class? Any questions from yesterday class?
Ma'am, yesterday completely I didn't finish up because today I have some other office last day submissions and everything and some emails going on. By tomorrow I can get back to you on that.
Okay, fine. So quick recap. Last class, we were working on Visualforce. We were working on Visualforce. We had seen how to go ahead and connect Visualforce to the table, right? We had seen how to connect Visualforce to the table using the standard controller. Right? When I say table is nothing but a object, account object, opportunity object, contact object. So we have seen how to connect our Visualforce page to the table using the standard controller. And also using the standard controller, you can connect the Visualforce page to the table, right? That page we created and we connected, right? Right now also I have shown with the opportunity. And a couple of commands we learned. The commands which we learned is what we learned the command apex, output field, apex, input field, and apex related list, right? And these all we have learned. Today we will see a few more commands in the Visualforce page. The first command we will see is apex colon detail. Apex colon detail. What is this? Why do we use it? Apex colon detail is basically to display default layout of the object, to display the default layout of the object. Okay, so what is the default layout, right? So for example, there is a scenario, okay? That scenario is maybe client said that I want exactly the classic how the layout is showing here, the same way I need it. Client says that this is the same format I need it in the Visualforce page, because later we might have some changes on the Visualforce page, but right now give me the exactly how the fields are displaying and how the related lists are displaying. Everything give me same as it is, whatever the standard layout is there, give me everything using the Visualforce page. If that requirement comes, what is the best way to go ahead is apex colon detail. Yesterday we have implemented a couple of fields, right, in the Visualforce page, and we were showing the cases, opportunities, right? But along with the cases opportunity, I wanted to see the open activity, activity history, notes, attachment, partners. If I have to do all of this, then I have to repeat the code again and again, right? Like here I have a cases, opportunities.
Ma'am, your voice is.
Give me 2 minutes, let me switch.
Can you just come again 1 second? Actually, in between your voice was a bit breaking when you were like spelling about the apex detail.
Just give me a second, let me switch. Okay, is it better now?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So what I was talking about. Okay, so basically the requirement says that I wanted to have a exact same view, whatever the layout view is there for the standard layout. Exactly, I need it in the Visualforce page also. So in that case, if you remember last class, whatever we have done it, we did it for the cases opportunities, right? If I wanted to implement open activities, activity history, notes and attachment printer, I need to repeat this again and again. And I need to build everything, like I have to put all the fields here, right? Which is a very time effort because I need to same code, I need to write it multiple times. Same code, I need to write it multiple times. But if I go with Apex detail, let's say here, okay, instead of the input field, or maybe I'll give on top. Apex colon detail, right? So that's it, Apex colon detail. As soon as I say Apex colon detail, here is my page. Preview. And right now you will not see anything here because we have to pass the ID. ID equal to, see here. What did I do? I just added the Apex detail. I did not do anything. I'm into the Visualforce page, by the way. My first page. I'm into my Visualforce page. What is the chain that I did it? I just added the Apex detail. When I added the Apex detail, it pulled everything. It pulled everything, including whatever is needed. And from here, this is the customization that we did yesterday. Okay, till this point, everything it pulled. And I can edit as well, I can delete, I can share, I can include, all the actions will work. Like for example, here, Jack Rogers is there. If I edit, it will redirect me in the contact page. I say Jack robot, save. Now I'm back to my page. It is reflected. All the actions I can do, whatever the standard layout actions are there, everything I can do it here. See here, very easy. How this is going to identify which object record it is going to display based on the standard controller. If I say standard controller equal to contact, it is going to show me the contact details. If I say opportunity, it is going to show me the opportunity details along with the related list and all the quick actions, edit, delete, whatever the actions which I can do it as per the standard, everything is available here.
So, ma'am, for any tab we create, for example, sales or marketing or anything, so same method we need to follow, right? Means all the to add Apex detail, it will show all same view as standard class. Correct,
Yes.
no?
Yeah. Okay. In the meantime, small task for everybody. Can you implement detail page for contact? Can you implement a detail page for the contact? It should show exactly same as a contact. Can you do it quickly? I'll wait for your responses.
Sure.
This is inside the class. This is a homework. Is everybody done with the homework?
Minutes on mega.
So right now I have given the assignment, right, to display the detail page. So whatever the contact layout is there, the standard layout, display the standard layout as it is. Whatever you see here, same thing has to be done in the Visualforce page. Is everybody created?
No,
Sorry?
not just 1 minute, not in the screen.
Okay, how about others? If you are done, paste your code here. I could see. Guys, it's just 3 lines of code. Okay, let me show you that. Create a Visualforce page. My contact page. So what I want, exactly the contact layout I wanted to display. So the first thing is that I do not need header. So show header equal to false. And then I do not need a sidebar. So sidebar equal to false, right? This is all you know. And the standard controller. Standard controller, what is the object that I want? Contact. And in order to display the same layout, what I need, I just need to use the apex colon detail. That's it. 3 lines of code, preview it. So you will not see anything because I need to pass the ID. ID equal to the contact ID. See here. Exact same contact layout I could see here. So that's the magic of Apex detail. Let's move on to the next one. Sorry.
Can you show me from contact? We have to take the ID and paste it in our URL, right? After
Yeah.
writing the code.
Yes. So ID has to be added after the question mark. This is your Visualforce page. Question mark ID equal to the 15-digit ID or 18-digit ID. Okay then, so moving on to the next command. Apex detail, we are clear about that. Next, let's move on. Next command, we have a apex colon tab panel. What is this tab panel? Apex colon tab panel. Tab panel is basically, this is a collection of tabs. Inside this tab panel, we will be having the apex colon tab. Inside the tab panel, we will be having the apex colon tab. This is a what tab to be displayed. This is name of the tab. So let me give you the real-time scenario, okay, for the tab panel and tab. The real-time scenario is, for example, this is the layout, right? So right now I could see contact details, which is a detailed information. Then I have a related list information, right? So instead of showing me everything in one page, I want a 2 tabs. What is that means? This is a page, right? Inside this, I want another 1 tab. This should show me only the detailed information. Detailed information. Detailed information, and the next tab should show me all the related information. And the last tab, let's assume there are 3 tabs are there. Last tab is for edit. That means this is for input. I can add the input fields, everything. So if I click on this tab, okay, it should show me. If I click on this tab, it should show me detailed information, that is about name, account name, title, department, birth date, everything till the description. If I click on a related information, it should show opportunities, cases, open activities, activity history. If I click on this field should show in the edit mode. Here it is a read-only mode, here it is in the edit mode. So this is the requirement, right? Same page I wanted to implement in the tab style. Like if you go to the lightning view, let me go to the lightning view. Okay, you see here detail, it shows only the detailed information. When I click on related, it will show me all the related object information. And this is news about this particular contact, right? So this is what we are going to implement using the Visualforce page, but style will be different because this is a lightning view, right? This is the lightning view. We cannot see lightning view in the Visualforce page. So let me switch to the classic. Fine. So let's take this only. Okay. So let's assume that here my standard controller, let me take the account. Okay, we'll take out this. So what are the things that we are implementing? Apex colon tab panel. Apex colon tab panel. Control Z. Apex colon tab panel. inside this, we need to mention the tabs that we wanted to see. Tab that we wanted to see, right? If you observe one thing, like since last 2 days, we are doing the Visualforce pages, right? If you observe one thing, all the commands are starting with Apex. Whatever we write in the Visualforce page, all the commands will start with Apex. Then whatever the command is there, we are adding the command. That means Apex is the kind of a namespace in the Visualforce page. Any command, if you wanted to use it, you have to start with Apex colon and give whatever the command you wanted to use, right? So here also everything will be in the Apex. That is a namespace, which is called as a namespace. Right. So Apex tab. So let me say label, right? Detail information. And I need another 2 tabs. Let me give another 2 tabs. Detail information, related information, input information, right? So let's click on a preview. See here, detailed information, related information, input information. As soon as I click on this, it is refreshing and showing me the related information. If I click on a detailed information, it gets refreshed and showing the related detailed information, right? So I have a 3 tabs here. Now what I wanted to display in detailed information, let's display the information here. First, we will display the related information. Okay. For the related information, what we have to use Apex colon related list. And then I have to use the list equal to cases. And what was the other thing that we were using? Opportunities, right? Same thing I'm implementing. Whatever we did yesterday, same thing we are implementing it. So let me copy this because this is a detailed view, right? Now end page block. By this time, you all are aware of the page block sessions, output field, everything. So I'm saving this. Let me refresh. See here, detail information. Related information you will not see because I have to pass the ID. Let me pass the ID. So let me go to the accounts, open the Burning Town, copy the ID and add it here, ID equal to your 15-digit ID. See the data is displayed. Let's click on the related information. It is displaying the cases and opportunities. If I click on detail, it will display the detail. If I click on related, it will display the related information. What is the input form? Input information. I have not written anything in the input information. Input information is for editing the data, right? So what I can do is Apex form, Apex page block sessions. Right? So I added the input field. I'm using the form, the page block sessions input field. That's it. Now let's save this. Refresh this page. Again, it gone ID. Can't account information, account details, related information, input field. Why only one field it is displaying? Because I added only one input field here. If I add all of this, account name, phone, fax, industry, rating, everything will be displayed here. Let me show you that. So for example, I'm adding the industry and the fax. I'm adding the fax and then I'm adding the phone, right? Let me save this. It's refreshing it. Okay. ID equal to account ID, right? It is displaying the detail information, related information. In the input information, I have everything. Whatever the Salesforce data type is there, the same way it is displayed, right? And what Apex form? Is everybody clear with what is the Apex form? What is the Apex form? Apex form is nothing but to display input of data. Anytime if you wanted to give an input field or any acceptance from user, that means user is entering the data. Okay, any page, if you are expecting an input or expecting a acceptance, then we have to go with the Apex form. If you remove this Apex form, it won't work. Let me show you that. Apex form, I'm removing the Apex form. It will give the error saying that must occur between the tags, because here I'm using the input field. Let's say if I use the output field. Let's say I'll use the output field. Instead of input field, I'll use the output field. If I use the output field, it will allow me to save, because I'm not expecting any input here. I'm not expecting any input here. I'm not expecting any input. So that's the reason Apex form is not needed. In case, if I have an input field, nice. In case if I have an input field, we have to always include it. We have to include it Apex : form. Okay, let's save this. Okay. Is my voice is clear for everybody except Hema? Everybody can hear me?
For me, it is like on and off. Now I'm able to hear. In between, it is on. Like, I just want to know others. Like, is my problem?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear.
You can hear, right? Okay, that's good. Hema, just check the internet connection.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Okay, so Apex form is needed whenever we wanted to go with the input field, right? So now I can refresh and I can pass the ID. So account name, fax, this is in the read-only mode. And we have a related information, cases, opportunities, and input information where I can edit the values. Now moving on to this, for example, For example, let's say that I'm updating the phone number, right? I'm updating the phone number, or I wanted to create a new record altogether from the Visualforce page. There is no save button here, right? There is no save button. I cannot see the save button here. So in order to add the save button in the Visualforce page, there is a command which says that apex colon command button. Apex colon command button. Using this, I need not to implement any logic for the save. Like as soon as I click on a save, the record has to be saved. That means I have to write some logic for the save button. No, it is not required. There are few actions. Salesforce has given us predefined DML actions. Salesforce gave the predefined DML actions. What are those actions? Like a save, delete, edit, all of this. So for the command button, if I use the save, Salesforce itself is going to take care of that. I need not to write any other logic on saving, capture the information, store it in the account. I need not to write all of those. Let me show you how to do that. So basically, let me take all this, for example, phone, industry, rating. Okay, let me take the account name as well. Input field. Okay, now I have the name, phone, industry, rating. I can take others also, right? But that should be fine because for the account, I have to create a new account. What are the mandatory fields that I need? Let's just go ahead and check. If I click on, okay, only the name is mandatory, rest all are optional. So I need not to worry about that. Only I'll just take the name along with that few other fields. Okay, now this is good. Let me go ahead and add the action, which is a apex colon command button. How to add that apex colon command button? Okay, so apex colon command button. There are many keywords are there, but right now we are going to focus on the one which we use in real time. One is the value. What is the value of my button? You can give any name that you wanted to see, like click on save, click on save. That's it. And what is the action that we need? So here is the action, apex pages dot action. This is a Salesforce is provided. Salesforce is provided. Action, what is the action here? I wanted to use the save button. I wanted to use the save button. Let me add in caps. Let's see. Let me go ahead and refresh. It's already refreshed. Input information, see here. Okay, everything is empty. There is no record that says right now. Okay, no record with the Samskar ID. Okay, now I'll create a Samskar ID. Samskar ID, industry, let's say agriculture, phone number, something. Okay, and rating is old. See here, the button is appearing here. Click on save. This is the name that I have given. And on clicking on this, what is the action that I give? Save action I give. So what will happen? I clicked on the save button. See, it automatically redirected. The record is created by Salesforce. I just gave the rating, phone number, account name, industry. Right? So those all information came automatically. Nothing has written, no action, no controller, nothing, no. I did not write any business logic there. I just written the action equal to save. That's it. So Salesforce is providing this one. So as soon as I add the save action, it is going to take care of it. Like as soon as I click on save, it created the record and it automatically redirected. I did not say anything to redirect, right? I did not say anything to redirect. Like as soon as the record is saved, redirect to the new record. I did not say, but Salesforce itself is taking care of that. As soon as the record is saved, it took me here to show how the record is created, right? So same like command button, we also have a command link. There is also, which is a command link, apex : command link, right? For this also value equal to click on save link, right? What is the action? Action is save. Basically, command button, command link does the same logic. There is no difference between the command button and command link. Only the difference is how the UI is displayed. Control S, preview. See, the way of viewing the button is different, but both does same action. If I either I can click on save, or I can click on a save link. The backend, the logic will be executed same for both of them. Let me show you that. Link created from Visualforce page. Industry, banking, phone number, save, warm, rating. So if I click on a save link, right, it created the record with the same information, right? There is no difference on the creating a record. Either I can click on the button, either I can click on link. So basically command button and link both are same. Right? So we learned the command button and we learned the apex : command link. Right? Now, next thing, if you observe any time, like when you are logging into the banking account from the internet, you enter the username. As soon as you enter the username, you have to enter the password. You are actually typing the alphabetic number or alphanumeric numbers, right? Alphanumeric keys, you are typing it. But what we see all the star. Like this we will see, right? If I enter A, B, C, D, E, F, G, what will happen? That shows me like this. It doesn't show me the actual letter, whatever is entered. We can implement same in the Visualforce also. Let's say for that, using that, what is the command? Apex : input secret. What is this input secret means? This is ideally to use it for the mask value. mask value, because whatever the value you are entered or whatever the value user is entering it, we do not want to show that on the screen. But anyway, I wanted to capture that word. Whatever is user is entering it, entering the value or word, I do not want to show that on the UI. But I wanted to capture. So in that case, what we will do is whatever the user is entering the data, we just mask the word, right? Let me show you one example for that. Let's say that, okay, so here is the one, apex : input secret. Okay, for input secret, let's assume that I'll take a value. Let me take account dot fax. Let me say fax number. Okay, I want a user to enter the fax information, but when he is entering it or she is entering it, I do not want to see the actual word. Let me show you that. Let's refresh. Go to the input information. Here is the fax. I'm entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But what is happening? It is masking the value. It is showing me all the dots. There, it's not showing me the actual value. So for that purpose, we use it. But when I save it, it will save with the word. Let me show you that. Let's say that account name is mask value and industry chemical. Let me remove this. Again, I'm entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Phone number, let's take that, and rating hot. Save. See here, the fax. See, it is thinking I entered the password, because Chrome thinks that whatever the value that is in the mask, it thinks that that is a password, but it is not actually a password. Okay, that's fine. And here you see the fax, it is taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But on the UI, I could see only the dot, 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 dot. Right, that is the input secret. Now, next one. For example, there is a scenario. Okay, the scenario is I have a account name. Let me take the Burlington. Okay, I have this information. Okay, there is a number, account number is there. Okay, I wanted to capture for the development purpose, I wanted to take this value. But on the UI, I do not want to display the account number. On UI, I do not want to display. I do not want to display it. But development purpose, I wanted to capture this. Maybe I wanted to calculate something for developing. So for that, what we can do is there is a command which says apex : input hidden. Input hidden. And what is the value? Account dot account number. Let me save this. Today we are going to most of the time spend understanding how to create a different type of a field. Okay. So let's click on preview. Okay, information. I could see account name, industry, fax, rating, phone number, but I cannot see the hidden input value because it is hiding from the UI. Hidden means it is going to hide it from the UI. But for me as a developer, I need that value. I need that value to calculate somewhere in the same component or in the same page. So in that purpose, I can use the input field, right? So that it is used for me, apex colon input hidden. Why do we use it? It is basically certain data. If I want to store temporary, I wanted to store the temporary, where the user do not see this field, right? That is for input hidden. Now today, how many we learned? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 commands we learned. Detail, again I'm repeating it, detail, to display the default layout. Whatever the Salesforce classic layout is there, same way if I wanted to put it into the Visualforce page, we can use that detail. Tab panel, if I wanted to implement a page with the tabs, for that we use tab panel and tab. Command button, command link is basically to use the action, save, edit, delete. These commands, if I wanted to use it, then we have to go with the command button. Input secret, if I wanted to do the value, whatever the user is entering the value, if I wanted to mask that value, we have to use input secret. Input hidden, if I wanted to hide the field on the UI, but I need it for the development purpose. So in that case, I can use the input hidden. Now moving on to the next one. There are few commands which are not there in the Salesforce. When I say which are not there in the Salesforce, if I go to the Salesforce account record, I have a text field, okay? I have a text field, okay? Look up, drop down, right? These are the fields which are there, text area. Text area, look up, drop down, drop down, drop down. These all are there. There are something which I cannot find it here, like a radio button. I cannot see the radio button. Radio options I cannot see in the Salesforce record, right? And I cannot see the checkbox. Checkbox we can use it, but if I have to use it in the Visualforce page, we have to customize. And the list, which can be a multi-select, single or multi-select. Right? So these we could not see on the record, but we can implement in the Visualforce page. If you remember registration form, when you go to the hospital or when you go to the passport office, first time when you are filling the details, there is a something radio button which will say that gender, female or male. Right? You have to either that will be checkbox or that will be a radio button. Now, how to implement a radio button in the Visualforce page? So in order to implement the radio button, we have to use apex colon select radio. Apex colon select radio. That means I'm going to introduce a radio button here. But inside this, if I wanted to show the value like a female and male, the values I wanted to display there, right? In order to give that values, we use apex colon select options. We give apex colon select option. And we will give the values here, female or male. Let me show you with the example so that you will understand. Right, so here this is the hidden. Let's go ahead and implement the radio button. Apex : select radio. Fine, this is going to give us the radio button options. Now let me give the label name. Let's say that the name of the label is, let's assume that this is instead of gender, let's say that course. Select course, right? Inside this, if I wanted to give the values, I have to use the apex : select options, select option. Now for this, there are two keywords which we have to give. One is the item label. Item label is nothing but what is the value that I wanted to display on the page. Let's say here Salesforce. Okay. Let me add more options here. Salesforce course, Microsoft .NET course, Python course, JavaScript course, and then what else we have? Let's say that core Java, right? And then let's say React. Okay, these are the different courses are there. So these are the different options that user can select. Either he can select or user can select Salesforce, or user can select on Microsoft.NET. They can select Python, they can select JavaScript, they can select core Java or React. But when they select on the UI, the option, whatever they selected, how will I know? How the system will know which option they have selected it? Okay. In order to know which option they have selected, we have another keyword called item value. Item value is basically, this is whenever user select the Salesforce. Whenever user select the Salesforce, I'll say SFTC. Whenever user select the Salesforce, the backend, I will get SFTC selected. Now, if user select the Microsoft.NET, then it will return, give me the back of the value net. If user select the Python, and what is the value that I wanted to get it? Python, small. If user select the JavaScript, the item value that I wanted to get is JScript. If user select the item label core Java, then I wanted to get item value equal to Java. If user select the React, then I wanted to get the item value equal to React in small letters. Let's go ahead and review this. Input information, see here. Salesforce, Microsoft.NET, Python, JavaScript, core Java, React. Core Java and React. Let me add the breakpoint here. Okay, let's refresh. See here. Select course is displaying Salesforce, Microsoft.NET, Python, JavaScript, Core Java, React, right? I can select a Salesforce. As soon as I select the Salesforce on the UI, the backend, I can, like if I pull this record for the coding purpose, that means the value at the backend is selected as SFTC. If I select Microsoft.NET, that means the value is net. If I select Python, then value will be Python. So this is how it is displaying the course values, right? This is the radio button. And this is the radio button. Same for checkbox. Same for checkbox. Let's say that we have another command which is called as apex colon select checkbox. Apex colon select checkboxes. What is this? This is for to display a checkbox in Visualforce page. In Visualforce page. In Visualforce page. How do I implement that? Let's go ahead and implement apex colon select checkboxes. Same thing, label equal to select courses in checkbox. Now I'll add the same options below also. Right? We'll remove this Microsoft.NET. We'll add only 4. Or let's say here the different values so that you will not get confused. Apex, Visualforce, course, and Aura course, or LWC course. When user select the LWC, I wanted to get the LWC smaller letter. When user select the Aura, I wanted to get the value Aura in small letters. When user select the Visualforce, I wanted to get the value in VF. If user select Apex, I wanted to get the value in the small letter Apex, right? Let's go ahead and preview that. Input information, see here. This is Salesforce. As soon as I select the Salesforce, it is going to give me the item value. And if I select here checkbox, it is going to give me the small letters. But one thing, if you observe here, I can select only one radio button. Either I can go with the Salesforce, or I can go with the Microsoft.NET, or I can go with the Python. But when it comes to the checkboxes, I can select Apex, Visualforce, Aura. Okay, these all courses I wanted to select. So multiple selection is available for the checkbox. Where it comes to the radio button has only single button I can select it, right? Now, moving on next, right now the checkboxes and the radio button is showing in the horizontal, right? It's in the one line it is showing me, but I need in the vertical. I need in the vertical format. Line by line I want. So what I can use is, there is something called layout. Layout equal to page direction. Page direction. Layout equal to page direction. Let's save this. Refresh. Go to the input information. See here. It's coming in the vertical. Right? It's more decent way to show the radio buttons rather than showing in the horizontal when you have a more values. Let me implement same for checkboxes. For checkboxes also we can go with the layout equal to page direction. So when I say page direction, Salesforce will understand. Okay, Salesforce will understand they wanted to display the values in the vertical format. Clear? Which is very easy, right? For the same thing, if you do it in the .NET, it is going to take a lot of time for me to bring it into the vertical format. That means I have to code it at least 10 lines in the .NET. Right? Now we understood the select radio, select checkboxes. There is something which is called as a apex colon select list. We also have a select list. What is the how it is going to display the list? These all are multiple options. Okay, so same value I'll keep it. I'll take the same options inside the select list as well, but I'll give the different values here. List, right? So let me say list admin, workflow, process builder, lightning flows. And what is the input value that I wanted to get? Admin. Input value always, the item value always has to be unique. It should not match with other, otherwise system will get confused. Workflow, and then PB, nothing but process builder, flows, which is nothing but lightning flows. Now let's save it. Select a list. How it is going to display the select list? See here. Let me add the label. Label equal to select courses. Select courses in list. Let's say, let this refresh. Go to the input information. See here. And the list, I can select only one list, right? If I even select, click on control and choose it also, it is not going to allow me the select multiple. Control shift, select, no, it is not allowing me. If I do control alt, selecting multiple, it is not allowing me. So only one option I can select it from list. If I need a multiple option to select in list, then what we can do here, we have something called multi-select. Multi-select equal to true. If I give the keyword multi-select equal to true, then what it does, it is going to allow me to select it. Now it is allowing me. What I'm doing it, okay, I select this and then I'm pressing control and I'll select process builder, right? It's allowing me to select the values. Clear? So when we go with the radio button, course, checkboxes, list, if client want to see some options, like we have a industry, there are many pick list values are there. Okay. If client wants only the education, consulting, construction, only these three values I want on the page. I do not want all these pick list values. So in that case, instead of taking the industry value, I can implement a custom radio button or custom list. I can show only these three options: education, consulting, construction, right? So they can select only those three options. So that it will be user also feel that, okay, there are only three options. If you show all of this, nobody will understand like which one I should select it. They don't know, right? Some members. So in that case, it is better to show only few options to users so that they will select only based on those three. Clear? Any questions?
Ma'am, for example, if I give multi-select equal to false means I can only select single one.
Can you repeat it?
If I give their multi-select is false, in that case, it gives you option select only one.
Yes. Yes. If you give the multi selection select equal to false, by default it is a false. By default, if you do not give this value also, this keyword also, by default it is going to take it as a false. Now let me refresh. Input information. If I select this, I'm hitting the control. No, it is not allowing me. By default, if I do not give, that means the multi-select is false. If I wanted to enable the multi-select, then only we have to use the multi-select equal to true. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Assignment for today. Okay, build the same page. Detail information, related information, edit input. Okay. But this is for contact object. Contact object display the detailed information. Means what I wanted to see. Contact, open any contact record. I wanted to see these information in the detail section, right? In the related list, related information, I wanted to see all of these details. In the edit, I wanted to see, let me build the edit here. Edit will have the first name, last name, and then we'll have the select radio, and the options for radio is okay. Options for the radio is primary, options for radio is primary, secondary, territory, right? These three are radio buttons. Okay, now here birth date. Birth date. Okay, this will be mask, means user should not see the birth date. Whenever user enter the date, it should come with the stars. User should not see the birth date. And the email. Email also user has to enter, but it should show with the stars. Mobile number mobile number, this should be hidden on the page. This should be hidden on the page. Okay. Okay. And the final, we need to have a save button here. Save button. This is the save button. As soon as I click on save button, first name, last name, birth date, email should be saved in the contact record. Don't worry about this piece, but it should be displayed on the UI. Don't worry about this page, but it should display on the UI. Okay. As soon as you click on the save button, the first name, last name, birth date, email should be added or created. New contact should be created with this information. These 4 values, contact should be created. Clear on the assignment.
But this all will come at edit page, right? So
Yeah.
in detail information, we have to give all the options there, or
In detail information, only the read-only field should be displayed. It's up to you what are the information you wanted to display, like what are the information I could see here. Okay, so in detail information, I wanted to see these all. These all information I wanted to see on detail. Okay. And in the related list, I wanted to see the opportunity cases. That should be fine. Opportunity cases. These 2 related lists I wanted to see on the related information. In the edit input should display this first name, last name, birth date, email, select a radio button, and mobile number, which is a hidden. And save button. As soon as you click on save, the new record should be created with the information of first name, last name, birth date, email. Okay. Any questions today, whatever we have gone through the commands? Today we learned the 11 commands.
it's clear. ma'am.
Okay, how about others? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay then, thank you. We'll meet tomorrow.
Send a program. So.